Reckoning7 and welcome back to Rule the Waves 3, where once again we slip into those comfy old pyjamas that is war with France. A familiar friend at this stage. And as this has been first fresh episode with War on the Go, I have of course sorted out our officer corps, very important first step into any war to make sure that my officers are in line and more importantly, you guys are in the firing seat. And we have done that. So, first off, I didn't have to recreate very many people, so congrats on everyone from staying alive. Those I did have to recreate, kudos goes to Val Salmas, who managed to retire, a rare fate indeed for our captains. So he's been replaced by his Val Salmas II. We had Proto, who was sacked and left the service with his life, but without his glory. And then lastly, we did have St. Mac, who got blown up in the last war, went down with one of our CVs, so he has been reborn as St. Mac II. And indeed, this is how our officer corps is looking. So, of our named people, we've got, staff positions. In our fleet air arm, we've got Ultimo Recurso on the Adelbeer and St. Mac on the Chrysor. In terms of our stations, there's only one in here that's a named person. Puerto Negro was the CEO of the med station. He was in that role naturally, and I felt, well, that's close enough to the action. We'll keep him in that. For this one, I didn't play around with that. Then we've got a bunch of people with these are our two older kind of Far East CLs. So we've got Cerveza in the Puerto Rico, and we've got Aventurado in the Baltico. And then we have a bunch of people in our new kind of AACL. So Griswold, Topo Grigio, Ferman Patatas, and Marques Charlotta are all in our new CLs. We've got Ventabaja and Dinges are in our heavy cruisers. Halcyon and Valsamus in our battle cruisers. And then we have Proto and Blaze in our battleships. And then just a couple of AIs in our old battleships, so I don't expect to see much action. So that is where we're sitting. Let's see who can survive this war. Must admit, all you people who got demoted all the way back down to frigate captain, it does rather increase your life, because some of these guys are up at kind of admiral and rear admiral level, so they get kind of popped back down again. All the impressive the people that still don't only have one of their names. But yeah, cool. All right, so that's sorted. More importantly, what we're doing in terms of this war. Well, a few interesting things to look at. First of all, France has abandoned the Mediterranean, so we were moving our ships down here because we wanted to focus in on this area and ensure France didn't try any invasion malarkey. They haven't, plus they're now blockaded, so they can't. So it doesn't really matter if we have no ships in here, they're not going to be able to invade us. So I think we're going to move most of our fleet back up to Northern Europe, and maybe we'll travel a little tango with the French up there. They do have one heavy cruiser, so I'm tempted to maybe leave behind like a battle cruiser or something, just in case the off chance of we get the opportunity to sink it might be fun. So that's what's going in the med. The other area of action also we're focusing on is Southeast Asia. We do have invasion planning on Tonkin. France has responded fairly sensibly. They've moved a heavy cruiser, 2 light cruisers, and 2 destroyers into the area. We just have our kind of initial force of a light cruiser and a seaplane tender. On the way is our Far East Squadron, our 2 old battleships, another light cruiser, and 4 destroyers, which should be enough maybe to defeat France. We'll see. I think planes might be quite important there. And yeah, but that's going to take kind of 3 months before we get there, so it might be worth just binning this invasion planning until we do. Not paying 3 months worth of $1 million. What we could do actually, although again it's going to take us a couple of months because there's no direct route from the Med. I was thinking we could send a battle cruiser from the Mediterranean over to the likes of the Caribbean, where France has absolutely nothing, and just steal the Antilles, which is not a bad plan. But given it would take us 2 months to get there versus just 3 to get here, maybe it's not worth changing. So we'll leave things as they are for just now. So let's go back to our ships in service. Let's do it by location. That's slightly easier. In the Mediterranean, we have all our ships. Let's grab these guys and we could leave behind. These guys are so slow these days. 23 knots. I doubt they're going to catch this heavy cruiser. But let's leave behind our battle cruisers. There's not that many destroyers. I'm quite happy for these guys to operate independently. And we'll move everybody else up. It does weaken our kind of battle line, but I think that's fine. The rest of you move all up to Northern Europe. Battle cruisers can hang around in the Med. Do we also have corvettes? No, we don't. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a bunch of these corvettes here. Use 3 random spare ones we've got, plus maybe 2 of you and 2 of you, and move you down to Mediterranean to provide some anti-submarine and some minesweeper support, because I don't want my battle cruisers to get hit by events, you know, submarine attack or a mine event. So put some corvette forces down there to support. We probably don't have our trade protection ships in any of the right places. So we should have 3 in the Med. We've got none, so we will fix that shortly. Oh, and that's it actually. Just 10 in Northern Europe and 3 in the Med. So I'm probably pulling too many out. That's fine. We'll make deal. We can make do with that. Good. Okay, so probably a couple of months of not much happening, about some battles, but real juicy stuff is maybe a few months away. We did also shuffle out our submarines. Some in Northern Europe, some in West Africa, which I think is fine. And I'm going to keep them on prize rules, because if I sink a liner, Britain's going to jump in this war. And, well, I think that would be fun and challenging. I don't really want to take on Britain and France at the same time. I'd rather let's knock France out, steal some land, and then maybe pick a war with the Brits. Okay, money's the other thing, but we'll worry about that in a few turns. Okay, cruiser battle. Ah, excellent. That's exactly as we'd planned it. And it's in a perfect place for us. Sweet. Now, what state? Oh. I was rather looking forward to it. Convoy attack. Medium. Now this is a... oh, I'm not getting a choice here. Now this is a slight problem we have, is that although we have overwhelming force in the area between ourselves and Germany, we don't in our own right. And unless we get significant assistance in the battle generator from our German allies, we are potentially going to be a little bit underwhelmed here. Oh, now that's interesting. Why have they done that? Okay. Oh, a carrier battle. Again, I am severely out-carriered. But we're going to give it a go, apparently. Okay, what are we looking at? So we've got a cruiser. I do want to go in action. Estimated enemy forces in battle. All of them. Okay. This could be a little challenging, but we can make it do. We've got just our 1 CV. Okay. We can't do anything about it. Fine. Plenty of... Oh, I'll tell you what I forgot to do. I was going to make a light cruiser division and make it subservient to my carrier. That's fine, we can do that after this. Let's give it a go. Thank you, Acevedo, for that minefield. Land-based air attack enemy ships in general. I don't know, I've only got a few medium bombers and things out here. Makes sense because of ranges, but let's try that. Okay, switch ourselves over. Where are we? You now have strike aircraft on aircraft carriers at your disposal. Press the strike button. Oh, this is a new little tutorial thing they've added. Okay. Huh. Right. My, the ranges are getting up there, aren't they? So French torpedo bombers can hit us where we are. Not ideal. What time of day is it? 5 hours until dusk. Obviously, our torpedoes have good range as well. Our dive bombers, not so much. Medium bombers, everyone's getting hit with medium bombers. Do I have any other? No friends? Okay, just some merchants and stuff. That's fine. So I think what we might try and do is run away over just over here. Just so we're outside of their aircraft range. I mean, we're on the very edge of it currently, but let's see if we can get slightly outside it and launch our strike from there. If I go to search pattern, what are you looking at? Okay, that's a sensible place for me. I suspect this is going to be a bit of a non-event. We're going to throw our aircraft at each other with some losses, maybe some damage, and then whoever gets wounded is going to limp back to port. But that's just my thoughts. Let's go for, I think we need maximum cap. I'm okay with this search pattern. Let's just hit OK. Are you separate? Yes. Can we just get you to follow the Chrysor, please? Thank you very much. And Chrysor, which does have catapults, I believe. If I'm remembering my memory correct. Let's head out over this direction. That's a nice 24 knots. You guys aren't doing much. You probably won't do much. Yeah. Maybe you're just going to hang out near here for just now. Okay. That was a lot of chit chat and not a lot of unpausing. Is my pause fixed again? No, my spacebar pause is not fixed. Okay. Now we have a bunch of medium bombers at Ferrol, and oh no, we moved them out there. We've got proper aircraft at Ferrol now. Good. Show me what you've got. I'm sure it used to. It'll show me on the the airstrike screen, the air groups screen. Here we go. Okay, there's a lot of Germans around. At Ferrol we have some medium bombers, because these are all ones that are on recon. Very small number of that's the flying boats and medium bombers. Is that it? Oh, maybe that's right. We did pull back, and I guess I haven't beefed it up again. I need to look into that. Okay. So we're not expecting much in the way of land-based support, unlike our Franken adversaries. That's okay. Who needs, parity in air power or ships or anything? What have you spotted? 1 CV. That's nice and close actually. How long till dusk? Yes, I'm tempted. Let's get you heading north at squad max. Oh, you're nippy. Let's go down to say 27. We might try a little bit of dastardly CV raiding. Talk about it a lot. Very rarely happens. And I think we just prepare our strikes, which I should have done earlier. I forgot. So let's get our dive bombers, torpedo bombers, and our torpedo bombers all up. Now, no, you're not on a naval strike. Yeah, sorry, you're on a strike. You're on heavy though. It's confusing it with torpedo strike. Foggy mind. Right, we have 17 dive bombers. That's a healthy number, especially when we are going to be carrying 1,000-pound bombs. What's your range on heavy? 129. What kind of range are we looking at? It's probably somewhere about here. 165. All right, let's go. Oh, you're not going to work, are you? That upsets me. I would like you to not be heavy. What if I do that? No. Poop. Okay, well, looks like you're going to be on heavy load. We have to close the range a little bit. Don't have any fighters for the escort. Really? Am I using them all on cap? That could prove to be a bad time for you gents. Okie doke. Get yourselves ready. We'll go from there. let's maybe sail due west. Oh, hang on, let's slow down a little bit, please. Okay, formation's getting ready. Getting ready. Should be everyone. So I think what we want to know is let's look at our dive bomb radius. Do we just send them out? Let's do be boldly and go north for a little bit. Give them a little bit of range increase. So if we think they're coming south, which they may or may not be, let's perhaps head a little bit. Yeah, I mean we are right beside our base. If we do take a torpedo, then we should be able to limp home. Amazing, that's the only scouting report we've had. That is essentially where we are now. And it's quite an old scouting report now as well. But we're only really going to get one chance at it. So let's try and maybe fly over the top and say, let's go over here. Select ready. We may have a spotting issue. 17 and 17, 30. No, it should be okay. Yeah. That's fine. And these are being used for things. We're going to come back in the dark. Can we? I don't know if we've got this tech yet. I would like a coordinated strike because it's more likely they're actually going to get in. Oh, it doesn't have range. I forgot to change. Wait, do you know what you do? 134. What's our range? 129. It'll be there. All right, go for it. Yeah, we'll take that. We'll take the risk of accidents. And I'm going to head you off in this way a little bit faster, just on the off chance we actually find something. Probably like a fishing boat we've really seen. I'll take them well to all get airborne. Keeps us coordinated. And they're off. Those beautiful airmen into the unknown. I tell you, it must have been absolutely terrifying to be a carrier airman. Like, not just the whole combat side of things, but then, like, trying to just find a ship in the middle of the ocean afterwards to land on, or you're going in the drink. It's just, ugh. Stuff to give you nightmares. Ah, we've found something. Ooh, this excites me. We should get a couple of these. There's cap over it. We've been damaged and we've been shot down. Our coordination doesn't look particularly great. There's 11 more going in now. Lost 3 more to cap. Bombs when you have an unescorted strike group. Okay, is it a range thing on our dive bombers? Are they coming home? They are coming home. Well, that one I've just got to accept was my own fault. Okay, looks like a bunch of torpedo bombers getting chewed up on the outcome. Not ideal. Okay. So we got our strike off. I don't think we did any damage. And I think our CV is going to head back towards Ferrol. And probably just duck in, and that'll be the end of this combat, to be honest. Although we've got quite a lot of time, we might make it to morning. Where are you going? This way, please. Casco here is going for a bit of a mad dash in the night to see. Just maybe. I suspect they've turned and ran for home as well. I probably am faster than them. And I don't want to get caught here when daylight comes up. 3 hours. time to run for home. Okay. How long have we got? Probably time to go again. Right, I think we're gonna sort of change a little bit here. Let's increase the distance. Although, how far do our torpedo bombers go? We may find we get capped here. Let's aim and say let's go kind of far if we can. I think we can bring... Is it the right? Probably we can bring them both in. I think a fairly narrow search is all we really need. I think that's okay. Let's try that. Oh. I don't really have a night cap. Okay, we'll call it there. I was tempted to lower the cap so we have some fighters perhaps for an escort mission. But I don't think it's really going to matter. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Why did you skim through that? What was that? I don't know, slow things down so I can try and catch that when this happens. I think it might be attacking our bases, which is why it's not stopping. Or... What's up with you guys? No, you're fine. Why is your speed 5? Let's slow you down so your friends can catch up. I am unsure. Anything in log? Ah, fuel. Oh, right, okay. That's dangerous for you. Alright, I think this is going to be a board draw in the end. Alright, I'm going to nurse these gentlemen home. And I'll probably just put a cut in here and come back at the end, or if something interesting happens. And there we have it. A bit of dull affair in the end. I did work out they were attacking the airbase at Ferrol. Got bombed a few times. And as anticipated, the winner is indeed France. Although interesting, oh, we hit something. I will have to take a look at that in a moment. Oh. Even with that, they still did win. Let's have a look. Did we have lots of air losses or something? Total losses. We lost 15 torpedo bombers, 6 dive bombers, 6 medium bombers. That's a bit rough. And 3. We were 20 patrol aircraft in the area. Okie dokie. And yeah, we lost 1 fighter. 100 fighters. Ah, it's all the German stuff as well. I forgot about that. We lost 10 torpedo bombers, got shot down because we had no fighter escort. It's pretty disappointing. Apart from that... okay, we lost 4 medium bombers because they got blown up on the ground when the French attacked the airport. Meanwhile, they lost very little aircraft, actually. Fair play. A couple dive bombers, torpedo bomber, medium bomber. Yep. But, tell me, please, what happened to your CVL? The Dauphine. Did she take a torpedo? Hey! First hit from the Chrysler flight team. Pilots for once didn't call it. You usually call it when it's not there. Yeah, would have needed to follow up a few more, but hey, it's nice we stuck a hole in her. Show me the. Oh God, they ended up close. Oh, I mean, what were they doing? Oh God, they ended up close. What was here? CV, CVL. Yeah, okay, 2 light cruisers, a bunch of destroyers. They probably did out-surface fleet us, to be honest. Although we had 2 cruisers and a bunch of destroyers. Would have been close. Would have been close. So how close did we get? So this was us at 10 o'clock at night. And they were here. And we got to 11 and they went up there. Ah, okay, so when we were all off here, they had actually come back down and around. I'm surprised I didn't spot them in the morning. Interesting. And then we ended up going into port and they were laughing around here. Okay. Well, one of those interesting fight where nothing happened, but a bit of cat and mouse. More money, thank you, Parliament. Okay, the enemy sent about a negotiated peace. We've just getting warmed up here. I say no. We will crush them. Because I was really warmed up for a war with France, actually. We put one torpedo in one of their ships, and they can't hack it. Okay, now it's claiming large territories and considering war reps. How true that's going to be. Let's have a look. Allowable value 4. That is not large territories and or large war reps and considerable territories, or whichever way around the adjectives go. So, only one I would vaguely consider is. Okay, you definitely cannot click on the map while the screen is up. Is the Antilles. Honestly, we could just take it by force. I'm tempted just to take the cash, continue our rebuild, and just come back for round 2. Things we vaguely want at some point. I mean, we could start taking the South Pacific stuff. It's always a bit of fun. And Senegal, I suppose, because we've got Morocco, but how close is Polynesia to the rest of their things? I don't know what invasion rage is like these days. I tend to maybe take that because it might open up some other invasions, but to be honest, we've probably got enough invasion targets that we're going to struggle to take even 2 in the next war. So I think I'm just going to take war reps for once. No new flags. It's only been 3 months. It doesn't feel justified to take a bit of territory. And we'll come back and we'll do it properly. Thank you very much. A small increase in my economy, yes please. But Germany took Middle Congo, which I'm okay with. No thank you. I'm 100% okay with that, Germany. You can have Africa. Be my guest. Yeah, let's for future reference. Oh yeah, they're miles away. I had the feeling in my mind they're miles away. Well, we could have. Nah, it's not worth it. We'll come back. What are invasion ranges like? Oh, actually. Would you look at that? I think we can invade there next time. I say next time, if we ever get done with our first 2 targets. That's good to know. I just did all the setup and things. Sometimes peace is so disappointing. Right, who are we and what are we going to do? We're going to have to send people. They haven't even got to Southeast Asia yet. Right, who's in Southeast Asia? You guys are going to stay there. You're all going to just turn around and steam home again. Disappointingly, but that's life. Come into the Med. In fact, no, come into Northern Europe, I think, because no, the Med's okay. The Med's okay. Then should we get everyone into the Med? Yeah, why not? We'll gather our forces in the Mediterranean. We'll do some exercises. You guys can all go on to Mothball. Thank you very much. And who is currently in the Med? Let's get our corvettes back up to Northern Europe, and then that should be a nice split. We can see things properly. Get up to Northern Europe, and you guys are going to get put onto reserve fleet. Possibly mothball? No, I think you'll keep you in reserve. Our money is in the black. I don't think it's going to stay this way, but that's surprising, considering how we have most of our fleet active, and we're still gloriously constructing 2 new CVs. can go back to spying on Britain again. I'm happy with that. I think I would like another war with France. See if we can arrange it. A right-wing politician planning a coup. Oh, could we like go proper like fascist Spain here? He promises an increase in defense spending once in power. I can say yes, I can say neutral. The Navy is loyal to the Constitution. Now, I think, role-play perspective, I feel like we're being very loyal in Spanish Empire and waving the flag and, you know, yay to monarchy. But because I've not done it before, I feel like I fancy taking part in the coup, just to do something different and fun. It succeeds. My unwavering support for the coup strengthens the position of the Navy and my prestige. Hoorah! Okay. Scientists looking at welding, as they do. So, have we changed? Generalissimo. We are now officially fascist. Which I'm sure is a good thing. Italy's also fascist, aren't they? Yes, we've got the Generalissimo and the Duce. In the kind of Med. I think Germany's still Kaiser, yeah. Hungary's Kaiser, Britain's Prime Minister, France's Prime Minister. Oh, I thought they were threatened with a kind of revolution and stuff. Maybe misremembering or mixing my games up. President, you're Eastern and you're Eastern. Okay, so yeah, it may upset our friends in Germany, having gone a bit fascist. This might be fun. Wonder if we can do surprise invasions and things as a fascist country. I believe that is a thing which can happen. That's how Italy got Greece. We could like seize Libya. I don't want roads. We could take Libya though. That would be a nice contiguous extension of our thing. It does it slightly cross the magic line we painted last time, but oh, I forgot about the politics. Lightning invasion to seize Finland and its natural resources. Right. Well, there's a few fun connotations could happen here. Right, let's continue. Better ASW, excellent. Heavier depth charges. They sink further. Huzzah. New medium bombers. So despite our toughness, we'll lose a couple. Oh no, because they got bombed on the runway, which is fair. That's a hefty increase in bomb load. This one can also carry torpedoes, but I don't think firing a torpedo from a medium bomber seems like a great idea. To be honest, level bombing I think is hard enough. Range is not an issue. So you're a little bit more maneuverable, you're a little bit more tough. Cruise speed, you're a little bit faster. I think we'll go for the toughness. And he has a torpedo capacity, why not? A new fighter is in operational service, so we should be able to go to our aircraft types and... Oh yeah, we ended up with two of them. We're going to see what their reliability was like, but we can obsolete you. Jolly good. Oh, I like how much money we're making. This pleases me. Who said fascism was all bad? About Japanese fighters better than ours. Don't like that. Okay, all fairly quiet in the front at the minute as we race through 1941. The Austrian government would like to buy some technology. Absolutely. We've got some weight savings. Okay. No more air units, thank you very much. Oh, speaking of which, I need to put all you guys on reserve. I've been wasting money. Put you on reserve. I forgot to check out all my ships from the Med, what we're doing with those. Right, in fact, we should be able to do it by type now because everyone pretty much be in the Med. Oh, I missed you guys. And you guys. Okay, oh, and you. Wow, I'm bad at my job. And you. So staying out there should be the Baltico. Everyone else should be in the Mediterranean. And they're patently not. We can fix that. Come to the Mediterranean. Come to the Mediterranean. The US government would like to buy. We have better tech than the US government, but sure. Don't want to fight the US. I don't plan on fighting the US. Not yet, anyway. Bigger destroyers. Not sure we need that. Radar. Nice. We will, of course, want on all ships. Oh, and since we're at peace, this reminds me, this is an excellent time for us to refit the cruiser here to throw on some catapults. We'll just throw them in 1 and 2, seems fine. We haven't got better guns or anything. We haven't got better director. No, everything else I think is just going to say exactly the same. Save and finish. Okie dokie. Beautiful. And they have changed the text, so now ships will only have 1 refit here. They won't have them all as they have here. Let's keep saving money because I would like to build some new heavier ships to finally retire the Madrid and Malaga. We could also, might also rebuild the Adelbeer since we're doing it. And throw a catapult on you. Can you have 2 as well with your size? We shall find out in a moment. Yes. You're very, 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 very slightly overweight, which we can probably deal with. There we go. Yeah, excellent. Okay. Yes, we'll rebuild and we'll get you popped out with some catapults as well. Excellent. Sudden slump has led to widespread poverty. Can't cut back. We probably can. Charities or social reforms. I mean, I don't like the idea of just saying, hey, charities, fill the gap. But I'm not sure we need to promote social reforms. We're a newly fledged fascist government. I'm not sure that would fall on kind ears. So let's just be hawkish, because why not? Okay, we're understanding temper brittleness. And power rammers. Excellent. All things which I assume are good. Oh, you gents are becoming obsolete. Now, it's probably a few years, well, there's a couple of years between them, but let's get them both in for a rebuilder right now. Let's see what that looks like. You beautiful beasts, you. Do we have better 16-inch guns yet? No. Sad times. We do have better 4-inch guns, though. Yes, that's good. We should have improved director. Lose some weight there. We don't actually have any tertiary guns, that's fine. This is all blank, yeah. Okay, well, so here's a question. What is our speed? Our speed's still 24, not a problem, don't need to do anything there. That's a relatively cheap rebuild. Okay. Get it done. Yeah, we'll just rebuild them both, so we're kind of in step. The other one, at some point we have to think about is the engines on these things and whether we want to replace them or not. And we may have to, because I think we need the Asturias and Andalusia to stay around as more useful ships for a fair while to come. Okay, let's keep going. The ship's band on the Corazza plays popular opera overtures. Excellent. Germany's going to sell us. That's expensive. 11-inch quality 1 guns. 8 million. 8,000 if you don't add on the magic 1,000 thing. Yeah, I'm going to say yes. Not because I want 11-inch quality 1 guns, but because our own scientists can work on other things. It's pricey though. Not going to lie. Spanish Aviation Company wants to support participation in an international air race. Absolutely. And the Germans win. Okay. We got our power rammers. We can fire faster. Beautiful. Okay, now everyone should be pretty much in the Mediterranean. Oh, I can go this way, with the exception of you guys who are in South Asia. Okay, I approve of this. The Escudo class here, let's put them all in reserve. The Puerto Rico can probably get mothballed at this stage. You guys, let's say reserve for you and mothball for you. Destroyers usually all just get mothballed, but I'm tempted, perhaps, Just keep them in reserve. If I took these older ones, how much saving is it? 14 goes down to, well, it's a little bit. It's a little bit. Let's do that. Some mothballed, some reserved. Good. I might get shouted at for tonnage and not on active. We've got a couple of big ships active, so that should be fine. Money goes down because tensions are low. Great Britain has granted independence to the Falklands. Yeah, let's see how easy that is. Malvinas once more, perhaps. Kaiser's out, Adalbert's out. Beautiful. Captain de Navio di Urbe. Incompetent. Think we can just fire him. He's incompetent. I don't really care. And we have better armor. And a new plane. Tell me about your new plane. It's no tougher, it's no more maneuverable, it has no more firepower. It can go a little bit further. I'll accept it and see what it looks like. Yeah. Nothing happening in South America. Well, that's not true, you've still got... That's not Guyana, that's Trinidad. Which is, you know, that's the very border. Is it South America? Is it the Caribbean? Is it both? Take your pick. Okay, all our ships are out. Generalissimo has made a foreign policy gaffe. Ah, unbelievable. I'm asked to smooth things over. Right, well, I mean, I could just... Why are you talking about Spain? Spain's not the problem here. France is the problem. France is always the problem. Search. Beautiful. I don't think it's enough to actually cause problems, but still. 8 months till you're done. And then we're going to be able to lay down a new ships, which are either, I'm thinking in my head, fast battleships, if we can make it work. We might have the engine for it these days. Or failing that, some more battle cruisers. But I like the idea of fast battleships. Can you do that in 42? Let's just have a very, very, very quick squiz. It said if I wanted to do a battleship, I need to go up to like 28 knots. Maybe that's not something we can do. 40,000 is our limit. Yeah, we pay for that last knot 700 tons. That's a lot of tons. Okay. That's a shame. I did like the idea of a... I mean, we could probably do it if we, like, I don't know, went down to 9 guns or whatever. Yeah, there you go. But then it's a question of what's more important, speed or firepower. And, you know, usual kind of trade-offs. So potentially we could go something like this. I really want 2 of them. And then we'll retire the Madrid and Malaga, and I'll still have our 6 heavy ships. Yeah. Probably just rocking the 16s again. We might go. We could stick with the old 4 firing. I don't know. Anyway, right. I'm getting ahead of myself. What we'll do is we'll probably go forward a few months till there's like 3 months left or something like that, and then we can do the design. And then by the time they've rolled out the shop, the design should be finished, and we'd be good to go. Can we renew it? I quite like being friends with Germany. Pam would like to buy something. You may have it. Right, with the ships that just came out of dock, we've got our 2 big battleships should stay active. We've got our fleet air arm. Probably can put the Adalbert onto reserve, to be honest. It's not that critical. I want to keep the cruiser on active fleet. Should be fine. So sort by status. Who have we got active? Whole bunch of corvettes, which makes sense. Oh, you guys don't need to be active. You can in fact be mothballed. As can you 3. And then we've got and Mysterious can pop down onto reserve. Okay. Seems like a healthy portion of the fleet on active. Excellent. Right. Well, we will call things there. So we won a war. Not the most satisfying thing in the world, but also we didn't put a lot of effort into it, so I can't really complain. It has, however, definitely fueled my internal fires for round 4 with France. I really want to finish our unfinished business. And I've got some new ships which I'm excited to play around with. So when we come back next time, we will, of course, be designing that battleship. And then I think a fast battleship is the most versatile, helps us in our low numbers. But as ever, let me know what you think. And we'll get on with it then. So I'll see you then. Cheerio.